Tonight, from the Mercedes-Benz Superdome in New Orleans,
Stephen Hauschka to kick off for Buffalo.
It's a special Saturday night edition of the NFL on EA Sports.
Stephen Hauschka now about set to get this one started. And we are underway from the Superdome. And he'll wind up getting a couple extra yards here for his trouble and bringing it out of the end zone as he's down at the 27. Now we see quarterback Drew Brees in his New Orleans offense set to go on attack here for the first time.
Total relentlessness of consistency. Almost like a machine. If you watch him in practice after every throw, he resets his feet, visualizes all the other options on a play. So if he has to do it in a game, it's already there, has the muscle memory. I start calling him AI for artificial intelligence. Whatever defense does during a game, he absorbs it and then uses it against them as the game moves on.
The drive starts with a completion left side. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
A gain of 4.
Shotgun now for Brees. Left side here to Sanders. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Murray. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. Look at 34 yards there.
Things are looking pretty darn good on this first drive, aren't they? Came right out, set the tone, this time with a big pass play.
And if the peek behind the curtain that they gave us or their game plan, I don't think that's going to be the last one we see.
I think you're exactly right about that.
He'll air it out deep for Thomas. This is caught. Touchdown, New Orleans. Michael Thomas, 35 yards. And the Saints have taken the early lead. Well, that's how they envisioned it, get the football to start the game and score.
And I don't know if that was scripted. Was it an audible? Or was it just a play call that they had in their pocket? No matter what, they had the right call on against the right defense, and they end up in the end zone.
That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. So here come the Bills on offense for the first time. They'll be led out by their quarterback from the University of Houston. It's Kyle Allen.
It's pretty much become the norm when we see guys come out before a game and go through the route tree with their receivers. I thought it was exciting for us to see the exact same thing happen in practice.
He's so meticulous, isn't he?
He really is, and that tells me it's not just a one-time-a-week thing. They work on it all the time, trying to hone that fine edge.
And guys, man, complete. The 20, 10, and he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. A big play there. 78 yards. And the Bills are an extra point away from tying the football game. And that is retaliate after getting scored on one play, big pass downfield, and you hit the end zone.
Almost feels like two boxers just throwing haymakers at each other, doesn't it? One connects with a big one, the other comes right back. Okay, I'll show you. And they attacked right back on the first play of the drive and hit them big.
Stephen Hauschka for the point after. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. Well, the offense wasn't out there for a long time, but they were out there for a good time. One play, and they're able to hit pay dirt.
Stephen Hauschka to kick off for Buffalo.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. It's past the 25 and up 7-yard line.
Saints take over first and 10. At their own,
getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, what are you going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple. They run with Murray. And they'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down, keep the sticks moving.
That's caught, the tight end Hill. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long. That was 2nd down 1 for Murray. 7 yards on the carry. Make it 3rd and 4 coming up.
You got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
Open man is Michael Thomas. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. Breeze on the hook up to Thomas for the New Orleans first.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
On first down, Breeze. This is complete to Michael Thomas. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. They go right back to him for 20 and a first.
I know this may be jumping the gun a little bit, but 7-7, they're flinging it around like crazy. Look at the drive that's going on here. Partner, we may have to start thinking about one of these defenses just holding someone to a field goal and maybe trying to get an advantage that way.
Yeah, this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
It's a gain of 9.
When you see zone defense and you know you got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Open man is Hill. He's got it.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
They'll run here. It's Murray. And he is going to have a Saints first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. They show run with 3 tight ends here on first down.
16-yard line.
Breeze now to throw. And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. A.J. Klein coming in hard there on the blitz, and he gets him 7 yards behind the line of scrimmage. Throwing on 2nd and long. Breeze. He throws and he hits the slant route to Thomas. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
It's now 3rd down and 4.
From the gun on 3rd down, Breeze. Pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. The veteran Jerry Hughes drops the hammer in the backfield.
Well, it's about how teams are so competitively matched, and you just want to make those plays that give you an advantage. How about right here? The difference between letting them score a touchdown versus holding them to a field goal? That's absolutely huge with the play he just made.
And you know he hated taking the loss there on 3rd down. Now Zane Gonzalez for the field goal try. From the left hash, it's a 36-yard attempt. Gonzalez's kick is good. And the Saints are going to take a 3-0 lead.
Score Saints 10.
So they get 3, certainly hoping for 6 after a 13-play drive.
So you console yourself on defense by saying you did your job, right? If they go 13 plays, you only give up a field goal, you did a nice job there. But here's the other part. 13 plays, you don't force any mistakes, you don't take the ball away. Maybe that's the way they should look at it.
Take over 1st and 10. At their own.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And last time the formula was pretty simple. 1-play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, 1-play drives, exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was real easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
And we'll see if it's that easy here. On first down, Allen. side, he finds Beasley. And he will be out of bounds here on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. 10-7 our score after one right here on EA Sports. Ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Trevor Williams with a pick. And he'll bring it all the way back just a yard or two shy of midfield. That was just one of those interceptions from our perspective here. We got a good view at the 50-yard line mid-level that quarterback and receiver were not on the same page. Just by his reaction, I'm talking about the quarterback, he expected something different from his receiver, whether he expected him to break in, out, deeper, shorter. They'll determine that on the sideline. The bottom line. And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down. And now following that sack, looks like we've got an injured man down there on the field. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Let's hope it's not anything that'll keep him out of the opener. We'll be right back. The throw over the middle, taken in. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. I respect both sides on that play, CD. For him to be able to hold on to that football and the impressive tackle, wow. Did you notice the look between the two of them as they came off the ground? That look did say the word respect. Throw left side, got to be taken in by Harris. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down. Here's Thomas Morstead on now to punt it away on 4th down. And this will be out of bounds at the what here? The 12-yard line.
1st and 10. At their own 12-yard.
Buffalo set to get the football back here. A tale of two extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out. Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingered a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
A 2-yard gain on the play.
Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option. You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh? Well, partner, none of these runs individually have added up to a whole lot. Now, 3 plays, all 3 short runs, but together a 1st down. Yeah, it's amazing how the narrative changes when you string them together. Now the throw here complete on the right sideline. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Isaiah McKenzie, 76 yards. And the Bills have retaken the lead. And nothing too crazy there. A quick slant, and then he just had a seam. He found a seam. And when you hit it on the run like that, and I mean the pass right to the receiver who's already in motion and moving, sometimes he just takes it and runs away from everyone else. And he ran it into the end zone. And the defense, they've got to adjust there quickly. That's tough on them. That's really tough because everything was executed well. Ball was out of his hands quickly, into the hands of the receiver, and then he was gone. Hauschka with the extra point, and the lead is now 14-10.
Saints 10. Stephen Hauschka.
Hauschka now to send this one away following the score. And this carries into the end zone, and no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard.
Here's the Bills defense now as they head out to defend here. And they've created a major first-half storyline with the pressure they've been able to create. And I know that the good teams adjust from series to series. They make their adjustments on the sideline before they go back out. In this case, I think they might need a little bit more time. They want to get to the half and start figuring out how do they change protections, how do they get the ball in the hands of the passer a lot quicker and make sure he doesn't get hit as often. All those different things. Maybe even run the ball a little bit more. Anything to try and tamp down the pressure. They throw right away, and that's complete out on the right side. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Not much there, only a yard. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. And he's got this one complete to Callaway.
That's it's tough to play zone defense when they can just curl up right there in front of you.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we're talking about finding the soft spot. Defensively, how do you make sure they don't find the soft spot like they did there?
Tough to do, because what they normally will do is run routes that'll pull you out of that spot that they want to get into. That's what we call not taking the cheese, right? Don't go for the mousetrap. That's hard to do, because you see a guy cutting that in that direction, you tend to go towards him.
Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
At the 37-yard line.
They stay on the ground on first with Johnson. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
Vision is so important for the man in the middle, because his ability to look through all the clutter that's happening in front of him, diagnose a play, and then go make it and finish it, that's when the great ones know that they have the goods.
And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. That's taken in by Callaway. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. It'll be a Saints first down on a pickup of 13.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Johnson. He'll get 3 down at the 34-yard line.
Johnson, the ball carrier.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
2nd and 7, operating from the 34. And they take him down. The Bills get to him. Vernon Butler able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening. And he's going to go down again. A.J. Epinesa providing a little deja vu. Back-to-back sacks, and now they're staring at a 4th and long.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been under constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. Here's Thomas Morstead now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Will be backed up to start the drive. They'll have it 1st and 10. Now out comes their leader and the captain of this offense back onto the field. He's got the lead here in the 2nd quarter. He's thrown the touchdown, but also an interception. As a quarterback, is that interception, even though you're playing well, your team's got the lead, does that always stick in the back of your mind a little bit?
For the best ones, it just upsets them that they did that, because they don't think there should be any blemishes on their record. They think that they're way better than that. So your confidence gets tested a little bit. Being able to go back out there.
A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 30. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the 1st half. Likely time for one final snap as they start out 1st and 10. They'll throw now on the final play. He's going to float this over the middle, deep. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in. So we are halfway through here in the final week of the preseason. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. One more half of preseason football to go. And then all eyes will look ahead to 1 week from tonight, the annual NFL kickoff game. And that promises to be a dandy. In our game, the starters are long gone, but still some intrigue to see guys trying to make a late roster push as we get you back out to Brandon and Charles.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Bills with the lead, and they'll get the football first as the second half is underway. Fielded just outside the goal line. And they'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
The Bills take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Out come the Bills now as they'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. Off the play fake. Here's Fromm. Rolling to his right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. Trevor Williams with a pick. And a big return will get him all the way down to the 35. Not the way you envision things to start out the third quarter. One play and already a turnover.
It's interesting. You and I were talking with the coach, and he talked about how at halftime, as a play caller, he wanted to make sure he got a new script going for the second half, not just the one that he operated off of to start the game. Nowhere on that script did it have that result.
Now he dumps this off over the middle. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. Tackled by A.J. Epinesa.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
And he's going to get about 4 down inside the 10 to the 9.
The ball carrier.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. A 9-yard touchdown run. And the Saints have retaken the lead. People always talk about one of his biggest strengths running the football, vision, and he found the spot there, went into the end zone.
You're exactly right about that. It wasn't just the vision, right? Once he saw the gap, decisiveness, made up his mind, and about the power to finish the play. Not only did he get good blocking, he created his own space as well.
Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. Now here's a throw right side taken in by his tight end. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line.
It's a gain of 10.
A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
First down, Buffalo.
Throwing is Fromm. He'll drop this underneath the Moss. Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
The pickup. Second and 6 at the 23-yard line.
Here's Fromm to throw. And that one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football here. Nearly a fourth pick. And it's third down.
Third down. And
from the gun, it's from. And that is incomplete.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now since it's fourth down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3.
goal is good. That ties the game at 17.
So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately stalls out there at the end.
And things were a little leaky in the beginning on that drive, weren't they? But how about the front 7? As they got closer to the goal line, things stiffened a little bit, forced the field goal.
And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
25-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's done now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there. We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. He'll get this to his tight end, Troutman. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
2nd and 7 at the 40-yard line.
Now a dump off here complete.
Mullins pass.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. The linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive continues.
And that one was a lot of fun right there because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a 1st down.
Very quickly here, and that's complete. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 17 there, and a New Orleans 1st down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line.
This interception will go on the record of the quarterback, but as a receiver, you've got to understand where you are in the field. Middle portion, you know it's going to come in hot. Square your body to the quarterback and be ready to make the catch.
First and 10 from. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
Now a nice throw here, right side. He hauls it in. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It's a pickup of 17 and a 1st down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. And it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice 1st down. Drive keeps moving.
And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a 1st down.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
They'll run on 1st down with Moss. They'll fight forward for a couple down inside the 40.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up. On 2nd down, here's from.
And his throw is incomplete. He was looking for Isaiah McKenzie that time. And it's third down.
McKenzie, incomplete. It's third down. And 8 yards to go.
Out of the shotgun, here's Fromm. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And unable to connect, incomplete. Now give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
Is the punt team now as this one's sent away. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And in enemy territory last time through the interception. We'll see what they do on this drive.
Can't wait to see how it alters what they decide to do in play calling. Do they continue to throw the ball? Do they want to lean more on the running game?
And he is going to be taken down. And that should be the final play of this third quarter. Vernon Butler able to put an end to that play, and in so doing puts an end to this third quarter. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. Wait a second, they did not accept that after the incompletion. Your look is just as puzzled as mine.
I got nothing for you here. You have to take that penalty, don't you?
It's free yards. He'll drop this down to Johnson underneath. Yeah, that's not going to get it done. He'll come up well short of the first at about the 21. A gain of 9, not enough, and it's fourth down.
That's certainly playing down a distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. Call that a 41-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. So good field position for the Bills as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. They'll start on the ground with Moss. And he's going to take this one up only to about the 44-yard line. And Duke Riley will get credit for the tackle. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
At the 44-yard line.
Fromm. The throw intended to his receiver, McKenzie. And he'll be taken down by the face mask, it appeared. And yes, out come the flags. So they'll take the yardage and tack on 15 more for the face mask.
Talk about a play that absolutely costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know, they'll march up another 15 against your squad.
He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6. The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4. Looking to throw from. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off at the 24. And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line. Well, they thought they were going to break the tie. The defense had other plans. They were already in field goal range. But boom, an interception.
I don't know if this was a case of being a little bit too greedy with the opportunity to put points on the board, but give credit to the guys on the defensive side. Hung in there, battled, and made a key play.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
2nd and 3. And incomplete. He tried to leave it underneath. Nearly got picked. They may be lucky to have that one back. 3rd down.
Incomplete. Brings up 3rd down and 3 yards to go.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away but could not. A.J. Epinesa, his second sack of the night.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
Here's Morstead now as he sends this one away. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. And now out come the Bills. Excellent job by their defense to force the punt and provide them with this opportunity, all tied in the fourth quarter. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Throw left side complete. It's McKenzie. And they work this well upfield across the 45. The catch and run good for 24 yards. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming the guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Play action, it's from. And that's complete to Zach Moss out of the backfield. Now he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 15 yards on the play, 1st down.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a 1st down. So now on defense, you assign a man to him and try and cover it before he gets going.
Grant Haley in on the stop. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Brings up 2nd and 8 at the 35-yard line.
Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. 2nd down and 8. They'll set up to throw. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Bills 20, Saints.
So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
The New Orleans offense set to take over. And now they find themselves trailing following the field goal. Still a good amount of time in this 4th quarter, but this drive very well could determine the outcome of this ball game. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now this one to his tight end on the right side. And from the 25, they work this to the 29. A gain of 4.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion and would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Now they'll try to convert on 3rd and 6 after the 4-yard completion. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Completing it to the right side, Johnson. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. One score down, here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Here we go with Johnson. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on 4th down.
1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. Screenplay, Johnson. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call.
So he tries to grab him here, and they still get caught.
And now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting and stopped him for a minimal gain.
A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down.
13 yards. It's now 3rd and 2.
Open man is the tight end Troutman. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
From the midfield strike, they'll look to throw. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. Johnson with a completion. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 16 yards, a 1st down. Back to throw. That's taken in by Coward. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they get it with 26 seconds to go in the football game. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. They'll look to throw. This will be caught just inside the 10. And the Saints are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown, and that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. They'll try and run. This is Johnson. And the Saints are going to have it 1st and goal as he'll take this down to about the 3. And now here comes their final timeout as they take it with 8 ticks remaining.
2nd and goal.
So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. This to potentially send us to overtime. And his kick is indeed good. And they will tie this game here in the final seconds. So a money kick there in the final seconds. And now, barring any hijinks on the kickoff here, partner, I think you and I, we're going to settle in for a little overtime.
And I wouldn't have it any other way. This has been a dogfight all through regulation. No reason to think it won't continue in the extra period.
Take over 1st and 10.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They'd like to avoid overtime here, so maybe they can work the sidelines, but then defensively, how do they adjust to that if they do work the sideline?
It's the old leverage game, and we usually talk about leverage at the line of scrimmage, right? Who's going to win with the low blocking and everything that goes along with that. But in this case, you're trying as a defender to leverage them towards the middle of the field, not let them get to the sidelines and try and tackle them in bounds in order to run the clock out.
Chess match here late. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
I'm about to make a play. Move the chain, tell them get about the way. Move the chains, I'm about to win the game. Move the chains, baby, tell them move the chains. I screw up in the end zone, do my dance, I'm on the hater. I'm over here to shit, you a novice, I'm a player. I'm a PC, but I'm running through with seconds like a raider. Two chains on my neck, one for them and one for later. We don't play fair, baby, we play for keeps. You can pass me up, this is not a body beat. I'm looking for a trophy competition, look at Steve. And I'm training, I'm focused, I'm bombing from the deep. I'm like, move the chains, I'm about to make a play.
To kick off for Buffalo.
So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he'll wind up getting a couple extra yards here for his trouble and bringing it out of the end zone as he's down at the 27.
7-yard line.
Set to take over once again. Out comes the Saints offense. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down and put the ball in the end zone and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
Yeah, as we said, they control their own destiny now. First play of the drive going for 14 and a first down.
10 at the 41-yard line.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Going right side here, and that's complete. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 46-yard line.
Running from the gun, Johnson. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup.
Ball carrier.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
3rd and 1, trying to keep this drive in overtime going. A big one coming up. They go to Johnson again. And he gets this one across midfield for the first down to the 46. Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play. So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 46. On the ground, this is Johnson. And he's going to be met at about the 43. And, Johnson dinged up a bit. Still down. Hopefully nothing serious. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. We'll check on his status when we get back. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up third down.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field is reversed.
And now on third down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the first. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's fourth down. Well, I know you're toward the middle of the field here, but still, fourth down this distance, you got to punt it right.
That's definitely the first instinct, because you say, okay, let's just play some field position, make sure we don't lose the game here, turn it over in a key spot. But if you feel really good about your trigger guy, if you feel great about him, you might want to leave the ball in his hands and let him work his magic.
On first down, they'll start out with Moss. And he'll take this up to about the 7 or 8 yard line. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
They'll go again here with Moss. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
Tackle made at the 12.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
They'll try and run for this with Moss. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. 11 yards and a Buffalo first down.
Well, they've certainly been successful throwing it around in this game. That's allowed them to move the ball on offense. But I've got to tell you, to watch them run the football and successfully, I'm not taking sides. But to see the ball in a running back's hands, oh, that's football for me.
They'll throw on first down with Fromm. Quick hitter here, it's complete. Now a stoppage here as we've got a Bill shaken up on the play. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. Here's a give to Moss out of the shotgun. Give him 3 yards, and now they're left needing a conversion here on 3rd and 6. You know, some of those guys down there, if not all of them, are probably thinking it's preseason. Do we need overtime here?
Yeah, the people who need it and actually want it are guys on the fringe trying to make the team, want extra plays, get the attention of their coaches. But really, overall, no one involved in the NFL wants to play overtime in preseason.
But here we are, so seize the opportunity, I guess. His first catch, and it's a big one in overtime. It's a first down. Throwing is Fromm. And that time almost intercepted. That would have changed things here in overtime, but instead 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
Here's Fromm to throw. Here's Moss with a catch out of the backfield. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints 39. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. Finding Knox there, complete. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
3rd and inches, and they've got some extra beef up front. 3 tight ends.
Delay game offense.
Can't do that.
And that'll set them back 5.
Still 3rd down.
And for the Saints here on 3rd down, an extra defensive back on the field. From the gun, it's From. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. Whistles come in and a timeout.
It's now
Just 8 seconds left in OT. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. Whistles come in and a timeout. Just 8 seconds left in OT. Okay, so interesting here. A field goal would win this thing, but the kicking team on the sideline, and they're going for it on 4th down, eluding the pressure right. Now this is incomplete. The Bills' drive stalls out on 4th down, and the Saints will have the football back.
Foster. Result of the play.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. Well, how about this? The very, very rare tie that we just witnessed. Hard to believe.
You don't see it very often. A bonus period of football, yet both teams go home a little bit unsatisfied.
So that's it. No double overtime until the playoffs rolled around, so that means this one ends in a tie.
Yeah, that's ultimately unsatisfying for both teams, the fan bases. Heck, for us,
True.
we came here to see a winner, right?
We did.
Winner and a loser. We didn't get it. We end up with a tie. Everyone walks away. A little bit cranky on this one.
Man.
Yeah, a little bit.
MEH, man. So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. From New Orleans, good night, everybody.